And gradually, by degrees, I was aware of what was happening at Truro City with the Kevin Heaney revolution. Again, a bit like Falmouth Town, only on a much bigger scale, with ex-pros coming in to form a super team for Cornwall and travelling up through the leagues. So this was a new interest. It wasn't just Falmouth Town all over again. It was something very, very much more special even than Falmouth Town. So I duly, not too quickly, but duly got hooked on it, and incredibly, became a Truro City fan, if you like, to the extent that I would enjoy and anticipate going up to Truro to watch them win every week and be delighted to see them win. Whereas until a few years ago, nothing could surpass the great joy out of seeing, or at least knowing, that Truro City had lost. So it can happen, it can change. Together with the FA Vase Final at Wembley, again, magic, sheer magic. It wasn't too difficult to become involved in Truro City. I remember in particular, well, the main memories are the semi-final and the final. I never have been, at least not recently, I've not been an away type, not least because my back gets done in after 2 hours or so of coach travel. But I remember the semi-final, the second leg at home, when they won, was it 3-2, 3-1 against whoever it was from up northeast, Curzon, Ashton, and I remember, what was it, the 2,700 crowd? I just remember the occasion more than anything else. We had a big marquee. Kevin Heaney was spending still like there was no tomorrow, and we had top of the range buffet and so on, into which we all tucked heartily. And then I remember peeping out occasionally and seeing the crowd building up long before the kick-off, and there were processions, there were little kids coming out, there were the under-11s, there were bands, there were dancers, there was everything. It was the most marvellous occasion, and good for Kevin Heaney for having made that happen. And anyway, they duly won the match on aggregate, and went to Wembley. A Cornish team was going to a Wembley final, the FA Vase Final, unheard of, incredible, amazing. Duly got all hooked up in it, and was able to go to the Wembley final, not least thanks to my contacts with the company for whom I was doing PR, and Catherine Allen, who was both working and involved in the football. And crack of dawn job, Truro City Football Club car park, something like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. Convoy of coaches all setting off. Joined the convoy, had bacon butty or whatever at a motorway services station stop on the way up, and got to Wembley, saw Wembley for the first time. Mind you, it was brand new then, of course. I had been to the old Wembley to see the 1972 FA Cup final, thanks to Falmouth Town. Leeds 1, Arsenal 0. And got to Wembley, and excitement mounted and built up as we got there, getting closer and closer to the stadium, fans arriving. Met with Annabelle. Annabelle, she wasn't a particularly keen football supporter, but she did like the idea of seeing the new Wembley and being in at the start of it and having a nice lunch, slap-up lunch. So met Annabelle. She, by now I'd entered the mobile phone age, and we liaised, and we met up, and she presented me with of the Truro City scarf, which she'd just bought, a souvenir Truro City FA Vase scarf, which I've still got. So she wrapped that round me, and then we had our lunch and out to see the match. All over in a flash, or so it seemed, and marvellous performance by Truro, and that was it. And I got back to the coach with about 3 minutes to spare. It was off before I almost missed the coach back. And there was a guy up there, I believe his name was Mark Huckle, who produced a marvellous video of the match, and still have it here. And whenever you want to dip into those memories, just as when you want to have your life story recorded, it is magic, and it gets more and more valuable by the year. Believe me.
Right, is that a good place to finish?